to episode, let's check, 38 of FrannyDoMakes. My name is Fran. This is my channel where I talk about everything that I have been making over the last 2 weeks. A little bit longer this time, but generally it's a 2-week period, and I show you what I've been making, primarily knitting, sometimes some crochet, which we've got today, sometimes some cross stitch, some sewing, bit of everything really, general handicrafts. So if that's your thing, please settle down, grab yourself a beverage and a project of your choice, and let's get talking. So as I said, if you would like to find me anywhere else in the universe, I'll put my card up now. So you can find me online as at FrannyDoMakes in most places, so Ravelry and Instagram and on here, and any details you need of anything that I've talked about today, so the patterns, links to the patterns, the designers, the yarns that I've used, or any shops that I've purchased from, will all be linked on the website, which is www.frannydo.co.uk. So, yes, I'm a little bit delayed this time. If you've seen on my community chat, you will see that my dad sadly passed away last week. It was on the Tuesday. If you don't know, I'll talk a bit more about it at the end, but he was diagnosed with motor neuron disease, or ALS as you call it in the States. Yeah, and he just slowly declined and made his own choice to go when he wanted. So yeah, but as I said, that's why I've not been here a bit longer than normal, but I'll chat a bit more about that later on, because we're here for the knitting, we're here for the crafting. So I'll get that out of the way first before I get rolled, captured up in all that business. Let's escape to somewhere nice and friendly, shall we? So I have got a lovely cup. I'm coming down with a cold if you can hear it in my voice. I started last night. I've been squirting my Fix First defence to try and hold it off. But I think I'm just a bit run down, obviously. So today I have got in my lovely dormouse and mushroom cup that my sister got me. I've got a Cold Weather Warrior, which has lovely echinacea and that kind of stuff in it, with a drop of honey. Nice. So today I have got 3 finished objects. I have got a new cast on, 2 new cast ons, and a work in progress, and some plans today. So we'll start with what's on the wall, because we always start with that. So what's on the wall is something to cheer me up, which is my favourite piece of knitwear. It's my Mild Magic shawl, which is by the wonderful Stephen West. It's just a mishmash of all my favourite colours. It's wild, it's crazy, and I love it. And I can't wait for it to get colder again so I can wear it. So that's that, that's on the wall. So I have my notes over there. So what shall I talk about first? Okay, I'll talk about what I'm wearing first, because this is a finished object, which I don't know why it's taken me so long to finish, because all I had to do was the sleeves. I'd done most of it, and then I just had this like inch of sleeve, and you know what it's like, just the picking up of something. Anyway, so this is my Tolsta tee. It's the second Tolsta that I've made. The pattern is by Rebecca Clow, who is the Creator Bayer on YouTube and on Instagram, and all the patterns are under that name. So this is there's 2 versions of the pattern. I think when you buy it, you get 2 versions. So you get the DK weight and the fingering weight. It's a summer raglan t-shirt design. So this is made out of some Drops Muscat. Oh, I did have a label. Oh, here it is. Some Drops Muscat Unicolor, which is a mercerized cotton. Is that how you say it? Mercerized cotton. This is the colour blue, or number 15. It's a DK weight, 100% cotton. So for this one, I've knit 2. The first one I knit I knit the size 2, which fit me fine, but this is a size 3 because I wanted it a little bit roomier. So I knitted it as per the pattern. My gauge is ever so slightly off. It's the right number of stitches, but it's less rows by 3. But I don't think that matters. It's fine. So shall I? Yeah, hang on. I'll just turn you a bit so you can see. Sorry. Okay. So excuse the state of my room, it's an absolute mess. So, here we go. So I chose to do eyelets in bands with bands of stockinette. I'm wearing sort of the wrong trousers. Not in the Wallace and Gromit style, but they should be higher waisted basically. So I've got a little tuck in my jeans. So I've done 1 by 1 rib on the bottom, just for 1 inch, but for the neckline I did a folded neckline, and also on the sleeves. So it's quite roomy, it's really relaxed, and I'm really pleased with it. So the only thing I'm not sure of is this folded hem on the sleeves. It does tend to try and pop out a little bit. I'm going to see how it goes. If it's... Sorry, I'm just readjusting you. Is that okay? Yeah, so if it does start popping out while I'm wearing it, I might have to rethink that, but I don't think it bothers me overly. So yeah, lovely to knit. This is based on an example, a test knit by Kelly, who is, I don't know if it's Cocoon or Cocon Knits. I'll put the name down here on Instagram. Oh, she's a fantastic knitter. She does such amazing things with the patterns. Sorry, my nose is really bad. Hang on, I'm just going to blow it. Sorry about that. Yeah, so she did a version of this with a cream and a white and a black, and it looked so nice and so classy. I mean, mine doesn't look as... I don't know if that's just me. It might be the type of cotton. This is quite a stiff cotton, so it's not overly drapey. I think hers is probably a drapey weight cotton. But I'm really pleased with it. It's my favourite blue. I like the neckline. It's not too high, it's not too low. It's just such a great pattern. It's a great pattern. If you're wanting a t-shirt pattern for the summer, this is it, this is it, this is the pattern. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. It's so easy to follow, it's so easy to adapt. You can do what you want with it. So yeah, I have got plans for others, but they might have to be put on hold until maybe the springtime, because it's coming up. It's going to get cold soon. There's going to be pumpkins everywhere and falling leaves, isn't there? And lattes of a certain style, which I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan of that latte, if you know what I mean. I much prefer a caramel or a vanilla. I had a lovely peach hibiscus iced tea from another certain chain of coffee purchases or whatever. I can't think what to say. That was very nice. It was an iced tea. I like an iced tea. Anyway, that's by the by. So yeah, some knits are going to get put away and we're gearing up for the winter ones, aren't we? Well, that's what I feel like anyway. I've got a new top, I've got another one. Yeah, I'm really pleased with this. I really like it. Although I did have a necklace on earlier with a little bee and it kept getting stuck in the hole, so it has to be a no necklace or else a very small one or a very long one. Yeah, so, and I have to wear a vest underneath because these sort of catch the under boob. No one wants to see that, do they? Well, probably some people might, but I don't want anyone to see that. Oh dear. Right, so that's the Tolsta. Top 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10, I'll say. Did I do anything? So for this size 3, I ended up buying an extra ball of the blue because I was getting towards the end when I was coming to the hem, and I thought, oh, I didn't know how long I wanted the sleeves, because in Kelly's version she does another row of eyelets and has them quite long, but I was like, no, I don't want long ones. I just wanted them to finish where the stockinette finished. But I didn't have enough, so I've ended up using another, like, this is another 20 grams of this last bottle, so I did need it. So I've just got this little bit left, which I don't know what I'll do with. So yeah, it was 640 metres, 320 grams. I started it on the 11th of July and I finished it on the 28th of August. So my card will go in my folder for reference, and that's all done. So the second thing I finished that I have here with me is my strawberry cheesecake socks. Now this is a pattern by Debbie Ford, who is Daisy Stitches, I think, on Instagram. Yes. And I used a kit that I had from Adventures in Yarn Craft. Lovely Laura at Adventures in Yarn Craft. There's her card. Focus. There we go. Lovely new website she's got. And here they are. And I must say, with the blocking, they look wonderful. There is 2. So there's this strawberry pattern up on the side, so the outside side. Yeah, because it's different on both feet. So the outside side of the sock has these strawberry motifs up the side like that. This is a top down, heel flap and gusset, kitchen and toe. Now that's out of my normal wheelhouse, isn't it? But I did quite enjoy it. This is, what did it do? A broken rib for the cuff. This yarn is it's so soft. It's an 85 merino and a 15 nylon, so it's got much higher merino content. And can you see it's got like a bit of a halo on it? I don't know if you can see it on screen, but it does. It's so lovely and soft. On one of the heel flaps, I think it's this one, I kind of got my decreases like the wrong way, but I don't think you can really notice it. I managed to figure it out before I got further, and the second one I did is really good, if I do say so myself. So yeah, I think I might make a few more heel flap and gusset, because it does fit really well. It does fit really well. So I knit these with a 2.25mm needle. I used 60 grams of the main colour and 13 grams of the contrast, because it's just heels and toes. I've lost what I have left of that, but this is the colour. I don't know if she dyes this colour anymore. I don't know. But this was my entry into Ali from Little Drops of Wonderful, her strawberry shortcake make along. Also Ruth loved to knit her knit along, which was Dust 'Em Off, because I've had this pattern for literally forever. And Wool and Wishes Hands and Feet Mail. So I will get this on Instagram and get tagged in that. And I might also put it in to the summer sock along with Ellie from Pressed Out Magic. So yeah. Quadruple dipping with one pair of socks. Tip to me. So there you go, they're finished. I really like them. And it was dead easy, that pattern. It was easy to follow, easy to read your knitting, so you knew where you were. Yeah. I enjoyed them. Put them back down without wobbling you. Right, and the third finished object I don't have with me because it was a gift for somebody. So I will put in, I took a little video of him. So I made a Wasabi the Whale, which is a pattern by Susan Claudino. I feel like that's not her real name, but it is. No Knit Sherlock, she's called on Instagram and Ravelry. And she has some fab toy patterns. This was such fun, this little whale, and it used hardly any yarn at all. So I used some, I'll get what I've got left so you can see it. I used some DK from Kate Celine, which I've had in stash for ages. I'd made some fingerless mitts with it a while back, and this is what I had left over, and I've still got 42 grams left of it, so I could easily make another whale, which is what I'm going to have to do because Minnie wants one. But yes, really easy to knit up, such fun, amazing the shape that you get just from, you know, decreases and increases. Fun, really fun, and it took me a day, not even that, to make him. So yeah, that is Wasabi the Whale. So he's gone to a friend's little baby for his christening present. So, I feel a bit out of breath. So that's all my finished objects. Oh, it's getting cold. They're my 3 finished objects. Then I have some works in progress, one of which is a long-term work in progress. So, do you remember last time I was talking about my magic knot balls? Well, this was my take to the hospice project. I took my socks as well, but this was the main one that I got working on. So, this is a corner to corner blanket using my magic knot balls, which are all in there. I've used them all up. And a strand of woolly knit 4-ply classic 100% merino, which is lovely and squishy. And this is where I'm at. I must say, I have so enjoyed this. It's been exactly what I needed. Oh, it's so much fun. It's so joyous. I mean, that would be lovely. A lovely chunky shawl, wouldn't it? Oof. It's a little bit thick for that. It's a bit thick for a blanket, to be honest, but anyway. So as you can see, that's the last end of my second magic knot ball, which was not a full 100 grams. So I had about 150 grams of magic knot ball of all my less than 5 grams bits and bobs from all my projects. So yeah, it's just a lovely mild corner to corner, which I've never done a corner to corner crochet before. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. So I've just got my place held with this little shooting star, and because I knew it was going to be a long-term project and I was enjoying it so much, I thought I'm going to treat myself to a new crochet hook. This is from Pedro's Plaques. Oh, I need to get out of the way. Can you see it's a flamingo? There you go. Focus. So it's got like polymer clay. Is that better? Oh, there we go. How cute is that? So yeah. Enabled by the lovely Hannah at the Corner of Craft, because she uses these. So yeah, there we go. But I've run out now of leftovers, so it's going to have to be put away until I've got a big enough ball to get going again. But yeah, it smells really sheepy as well because of that merino. I love it. There's a small bit here where it sort of goes in. I don't know what I've done. It must be some change in my tension. Maybe that's when I start using a different hook or something. I don't know. There's something just a bit wrong, but it doesn't matter, does it? I love it. I love it so much. You know, when something just brings you joy, that's what that does. So there we go. That's going to just be put away for a while till I've got enough to make another ball. There we go. So that's that. Also cast on, as a new cast on, living in this lovely My Neighbour Totoro bag by Coffee and Yarn Cakes, is something for Minnie. So this is the DRK Everyday Cowl, which is a DK weight cowl, and I'm using this crazy yarn, which is a zebra yarn from Felt Fusion. It's called, I've not got a ball band, Felt Fusion Spring Bouquet. We've got some crazy pooling going on. There you go. I mean, I don't know if I would wear it, but Minnie seems to quite like it. So it'll, I don't know how it works. Does it go that way? I don't know how it works in this, how the construction works, but you've got an I-cord here and here, and then these slipped stitches going up. It's fairly simple. There we go. So that's that. I've also picked up Mr. B's socks, which are also by Andrea Mowry. These are the Flourite socks. I'd put these on hold because I was due to do the heel, and I don't know why I didn't want to do it. Anyway, so this is using a sock blank from Noodle Soup in the colourway Grunge. I've turned it into 2 balls. So it's got, I mean, it's hard to say because it's like sort of inside out stitches. So it's got a, what's it called, a fleagle heel. So I've done the heel now, so that's there. I'm going to knit a bit more of the leg and then I'll let him try it on and see how he feels about it. I'm feeling that with the blocking it'll come out a bit more. Let's see if I can on this blocker. See what it looks like. Alright, okay. There you go. So there's the heel there. It's like a gusset and then you go across here. Looks quite stripy from there. He's got quite narrow feet, Mr. B, but they're just longer, so longer than mine. There you go. So it's coming quite nice. The colours are coming quite nice. It's not my favourite thing though, I don't. But it's round and round now, so it can be my take it about knitting. Okay. Right, so that's all my works in progress. But I am going to cast on a new project because it is the fall knit along with Hohi Locatelli starting on the 1st. Is it the 1st of September? And I have had in my queue, in my queue for ages to make the Pure Joy. and I've had the yarn for ages to make the Pure Joy. So these are my colours. I was going to do that for the main colour and then this for the contrast, but this is a singles, it's not got as much yardage, and you do need a full skein pretty much for the main colour. So it's going to be this as the main colour, which is Pixie Yarns. Pixie Yarns colourway Foxy. How lovely is that for the fall, autumn? And this is Lockwood Fibres Merino Singles. It didn't have a name. I think it's called Industrial Steel. It's kind of like rusted. So there we go. So I'm just waiting for the date to come for that. They're living in this lovely bag from Jackie, Soft Accents. I have to have a Jackie bag in use at all times because they're my favourites. So yeah, that's that. Also, now whether I do this or not, I don't know. I might just cast them on and have them as a... I've also got this yarn, which I thought looked quite Halloweenish. It's by Zigzag. It's King Cole Zigzag. I think the colourway is Dragonfly 4812. I've got a Halloween bag to put it in, and I might make some Halloween socks. I thought I might just do vanilla because it'll be stripy. I could maybe do, there's those ones, isn't there, the Hocus Pocus socks with the cable down them, but I don't know if my brain is ready for cables. Anyway, so yeah, they're in there. Also, I told you that I'd purchased this last time, but it hadn't arrived. So I have got some Stylecraft Recreate, which is the recycled yarn. So it's made out of 40% wool and 30% acrylic, 30% polyester, and it's all recycled. DK weight 350 meters. So it's quite a lightweight DK, to be honest. Anyway, I had thought I would make something for Mr. B in this because it's a really nice colour. I have put forward and applied to be a tester for the Craya Bayer's new sweater, which is called Stick Season. It's like a gansy. It's so nice. It's got such nice details. I did want to get accepted for that and making one out of this, but I might not get, I probably won't get accepted because I think she had about 600 applications. So anyway, I can wait for the pattern to come out. So if I don't get accepted for that, I will cast on, because I want to cast on a sweater. Now you're going to have to help me. I was going to do a Whitmore in red for Christmas, but I've also got the Brioche, the Lizzie sweater by Suzanne Summer that I was going to make, which is also planned to be using some red. And this has been in my stash for much longer, so maybe I should do that. The other one is just in some Drops Baby Merino. So this is lighter weight but wool, but that's wool as well. I'm not sure. I'm scared of this one because it's brioche, so maybe I should just bite the bullet and just do it. I keep saying I'm going to swatch, don't I? Maybe I'll swatch. I'm going to get the yarn out. I'm getting it out. I'm going to swatch. I'm going to swatch that brioche. Right, is that everything? Project wise, I think that's everything. Oh, the MCAL update came out today. Today is, what day is it? Wednesday the 30th of August. 30 days of September. So 31. Yeah, so the MCAL things came out today. I'm not going to get a kit. I did pick out some yarns on Wool Warehouse, just some commercial ones which I might use. I did watch Stephen West's video about the kits, and there was one in particular that was like a green one which I quite like the look of. I'm not going to buy that though, because it'll be like over £100, and you can't guarantee. It does sound like it's my kind of thing. Geometric, gradient. It does sound like it's going to be nice. But you never know, do you? You never know if it's going to be your thing or not. So I've seen some greens on Wool Warehouse. Probably using Cascade Heritage that I used last time, because that was nice. Nice yarn. I'll probably still do it. If I do it, I'll do the diaries that I did last time. So like the weekly vlogs of my progress. So yeah. Are you going to do the MCAL? Are you thinking about it? I do enjoy it when I do it. I do like the whole get together and do it kind of thing. Yeah. Okay, so that's it for the knitting and the crafting. So yeah, if you're going now, I don't blame you. Be good to yourself and happy knitting, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks' time. If not, please like and subscribe, I should say. Like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram if you like, and if you do want to support the channel, there's a Ko-fi account. It's all linked down below. So life-wise, yeah, so I've lost Dad. His funeral's in a couple of weeks, so on the 13th. It was relatively peaceful. You know, I was in the hospice. He was in St Gemma's Hospice, which is a local hospice to us, all charity run. It's not funded by the government or anything. They were so nice in there. Just such lovely people. Just so caring, and you know, as good for the families as they are for the patients themselves, really. So yeah, I feel quite at peace with it, but it did take quite a long time. He was in there for 11 days, and 3 days of it was just watching him breathe, to be honest, and waiting for that to stop, which is an awful thing to say, but you know, he'd made his plans. He was ready to go. So basically he just decided when he got to a certain point that he was going to stop his food intake and his water, because he was being fed by a tube anyway, because he couldn't eat anything himself, and he'd lost pretty much nearly all of both hands and arms, so he couldn't really look after himself for much longer, and he was getting more unsteady on his feet. So yeah, he made his decision and we supported him, and that's it. I don't know what else to say, really. That's what's happened. So yeah, we've sorted most of the admin. Well, I say we, my sister's done most of it, bless her. And yeah, so then we've just got to sort the house out, which will be a bit of a major undertaking. I think that's when it's going to hit me the most, because it's Mum and Dad, that house. You know, we grew up there. I can't even bear to think of anyone else living in there. Yeah. So thank you everybody who put comments on the community chat and the last video. I really, really appreciate it. Yeah, I was in tears reading a lot of those, because they were all so kind and nice and thoughtful, and so yeah, thank you for that. I really do appreciate it. But on that note, I'm not going to say any more, because there's not a lot else to say. But yeah, like I said, just thank you. Thank you for your support. And We've still got a while to go. We've still got a lot of things to deal with, but we're just trying to move forward as much as we can and try and keep our heads above water, really. But yeah, we've got hard times ahead. So yeah, thank you for supporting me. Thank you for your time today. I hope you've enjoyed my ramblings. Take care of yourselves. Hopefully I'll be back with you in another couple of weeks' time and with some more progress on things. So yeah, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and happy crafting. See you in 2 weeks. Bye.